What if your child could negotiate their way through a bedtime routine without turning it into a battle? Imagine a world where you don't have to yell to get your kid to do their homework. What if I told you this isn't just a parenting fantasy but a reality you can create? Welcome to Democratic Parenting, the game-changing approach that blends mutual respect, collaboration, and structure to help you raise independent, responsible, and emotionally intelligent kids. Stay with us, because in the next few minutes, we'll reveal exactly how this revolutionary parenting style works, practical tips to implement it, and inspiring success stories you won't want to miss. Democratic Parenting, the unicorn of parenting styles. It's where mutual respect and collaboration take center stage, making it the ideal middle ground between two extremes. On one side, you have authoritarian parenting where "because I said so" reigns supreme. It's effective if your goal is to raise a child who's part human, part robot. On the other, permissive parenting, essentially a laissez-faire free-for-all where rules are just suggestions, like terms and conditions no one reads. But democratic parenting? It's the Goldilocks of parenting, just right. Picture it as a dinner party where parents and kids both have a seat at the table, but the parents still choose the menu. Children are invited to share their opinions, though sadly, ice cream for dinner is likely vetoed. This isn't about relinquishing authority or being a pushover. Think of it as being the captain of a ship, letting your co-pilot chime in, but you still steer the boat. Unless, of course, your co-pilot is a toddler, in which case they're steering you straight toward the nearest toy aisle. It's structured yet flexible, nurturing yet firm, like a yoga instructor who can also enforce bedtime. Key characteristics of democratic parenting. 1. Open communication. Parents encourage children to express their thoughts and feelings openly. This builds trust and strengthens the parent-child relationship. 2. Negotiation. Decisions are made through negotiation and compromise. This allows children to feel heard and respected, even when boundaries are being set. 3. Democratic decision-making. Parents involve children in age-appropriate decision-making processes. This fosters independence and teaches children how to make responsible choices. 4. Respect for the child's perspective. Parents acknowledge and consider their child's point of view when making decisions. This helps children understand the reasoning behind rules and guidelines. Benefits of democratic parenting. Now let's dive into the awesome perks of democratic parenting. And yes, they're more exciting than finding that last slice of pizza in the fridge you forgot about. 1. Fosters independence. By involving kids in decision-making, democratic parenting turns them into mini decision-makers. No more "Mom, should I wear socks today?" They'll learn to think for themselves and take initiative. Sure, they might still wear mismatched socks, but hey, that's independence in action. 2. Develops critical thinking skills. Negotiating decisions with your kids is like training a future debate champion. Suddenly, you're up against a 5-year-old arguing why ice cream is a balanced dinner. But jokes aside, this teaches them to analyze situations and make informed choices. Who knew parenting could double as law school prep? 3. Builds responsibility. When kids help set rules, they're more likely to follow them. It's like when they finally agree to clean up their toys, because they made the "no Lego on the floor" rule. Win-win. Plus, nothing beats the day your child says, "I'll take care of it." Cue the proud tears and a slow clap. 4. Strengthens parent-child relationship. Open communication and mutual respect are the secret sauce to a strong bond. Suddenly, you're not just the enforcer anymore. You're their trusted confidant. They might even tell you who broke the vase without you needing CSI-level interrogation skills. 5. Promotes emotional intelligence. Democratic parenting helps kids manage emotions better. They learn empathy, problem-solving, and conflict resolution. So, instead of throwing a tantrum when their sibling steals the last cookie, they negotiate for half of it and a juice box. That's emotional growth and entrepreneurial spirit right there. Scenario 1. Bedtime negotiation. Imagine it's bedtime and your child asks to stay up later. In a democratic parenting approach, you might sit down for a civil discussion, because nothing says relaxing evening like negotiating with a tiny lawyer in pajamas. You explain why bedtime is important. Your brain needs rest to grow and learn. They counter with, "But I need to finish this level in my game. My reputation is at stake." At this point, you realize your child's negotiation skills are so good, they might close better deals than you at work. Together, you find a compromise, an extra 10 minutes of screen time in exchange for a quick and drama-free bedtime routine. It's a win-win, or at least that's what you tell yourself as you hear, "Just one more minute." Because, let's be real, In parenting, bedtime negotiations always feel like you're haggling over precious sleep minutes at the world's cutest auction house. Scenario 2. Choosing activities. Let's talk about choosing family activities, the process where democracy meets chaos. Imagine this. It's Saturday morning, and you gather your family to decide how to spend the day. Your youngest suggests a visit to the petting zoo, your teenager insists on staying home to play video games, and your partner votes for a hike that, let's face it, nobody else is excited about. As a democratic parent, you embrace this negotiation with the patience of a seasoned diplomat. You channel your inner United Nations peacekeeper, calmly saying, "Okay, everyone, let's find a way to make this work." Cue the mock parliamentary debate. Your youngest launches into a passionate speech about the life-changing potential of feeding goats. Meanwhile, your teen counters with, "Video games improve hand-eye coordination." It's practically educational. And just when you think you've got a plan, your partner pipes up, "We need nature, vitamin D and all that." Here's the beauty of democratic parenting. Instead of pulling rank and declaring, "We're going hiking, and that's final," you guide the family to a compromise. Perhaps you all visit the petting zoo in the morning, squeeze in a short hike afterward, and cap it off with a cozy game night at home. Everybody feels heard, and no goats or egos are harmed in the process. Sure, it's not perfect, but these small victories teach your kids the art of negotiation, compromise, and working together. Skills that will serve them long after the goats are forgotten and the video games are obsolete. Plus, you've earned yourself the title of Family Activity Mastermind. Scenario 3. Homework and responsibilities. Picture this. It's a peaceful evening. The sun has set, and you're ready to kick back with a cup of tea. Suddenly, your child strolls into the room like a corporate executive late for a board meeting, casually announcing, "I'll do my homework tomorrow." Cue the dramatic music. You're faced with the decision: go full authoritarian mode. You will finish this now, or no Wi-Fi for a week. Or embrace the power of democratic parenting. Instead of flipping over the homework table like a WWE wrestler, you channel your inner negotiator. You sit down and say, "All right, let's talk. Homework is important because it helps you learn and grow. So, how do we make sure this gets done?" And here's where the magic happens. Instead of your child responding with, "Ugh, you're so unfair," they come up with a plan. Yes, a real plan that they're willing to follow. Together, you set guidelines. Maybe it's 30 minutes after dinner, or a dedicated workspace with zero distractions. Yes, that includes TikTok. You go from homework warden to homework mentor. And suddenly, you're not just their parent. You're the trusted advisor every CEO wishes they had. And when they actually stick to the plan, you feel like you've won an Olympic gold medal in parenting. Because, let's be honest, nothing beats the sweet victory of seeing your kid tackle their homework without turning it into a 3-hour negotiation marathon. Democratic parenting for the win. Common misconceptions. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Democratic parenting? Does that mean I have to run family meetings with a gavel and let my kid veto bedtime? Relax, you're not handing over the keys to the house. Democratic parenting isn't about letting kids run wild like tiny CEOs who can't balance a budget. It's about setting clear expectations while still respecting their autonomy and individuality. Think of it as being a benevolent ruler of a very small kingdom, complete with snacks, occasional tantrums, and a whole lot of love. You're still the parent, the guide, and yes, the one who knows when dessert really should wait until after dinner. But by involving your child in decisions, you're not losing authority. You're gaining a teammate who actually listens most of the time. Isn't that worth the occasional negotiation over broccoli? Tips for practicing democratic parenting. 1. Listen actively. Listen up, parents. No, seriously. Listen up. Give your child the stage and let them talk without interrupting. Active listening is like giving them a microphone to express themselves fully. Just don't grab it back before they're done. By respecting their thoughts and feelings, you're opening the door for communication to flow like a smooth jazz solo, not a broken record. 2. Set clear boundaries. When it comes to setting boundaries, think of it as laying down the rules of the road. You wouldn't want your kid driving a car without a map, right? Similarly, let them know the why behind your rules. Boundaries are like guardrails on a winding road, necessary for keeping things on track and preventing any unexpected detours. 3. Encourage problem solving. When conflicts come up, don't just solve the problem for them. Let your child be the detective and figure it out. Channel their inner Sherlock Holmes. Guide them to find clues, explore options, and make their own conclusions. You'll be amazed at how solving problems together can turn them into problem-solving pros. It's like being the sidekick in their personal superhero story. 4. Be consistent. Consistency is key, folks. Imagine you're a baker, and your kids' expectations are the dough. If your rolls are all over the place, the dough won't rise. But if you apply your rolls consistently, like following a recipe, it'll create a solid foundation that helps your child feel safe, understood, and ready for whatever comes out of the parenting oven. In conclusion, democratic parenting isn't just a theory. It's a transformative approach to raising confident, independent, and emotionally intelligent children. By fostering mutual respect, open communication, and collaboration, you're not just preparing your child for success. You're building a lifelong bond of trust and love. But your journey to becoming an empowered parent doesn't stop here. If you found these tips helpful, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, because every parenting win deserves a high five. Now imagine creating a home environment where stress melts away and everyone, kids included, feels calm and supported. How can you, as a parent, reduce your own stress and overwhelm to ensure your children's emotional well-being thrives? In our next video, we'll share powerful, actionable strategies to help you reduce stress, regain control, and create a peaceful, joyful family life. We'll explore surprising insights into how your calm energy can transform your child's mental health and boost their confidence. So stay tuned, because this is where the journey to being the parent you've always aspired to be truly begins. Thank you for watching, and remember, every step you take toward better parenting is a step toward a brighter future for your family. See you in the next video.